random spot.
Pigeon pea.
Yeah, as a nitrogen fixer, I wanted to plant that around a bit more, just around the trees as a nitrogen fixer.
Sorry, which one's that?
This is a nitrogen fixer here.
Do you know what it is?
It's called pigeon pea.
Okay.
It produces like a lentil-like pea.
Yep.
And yeah, I've heard good things about it, so I put that one in. Again, I just want to grow that to get some seeds so I can grow some more. The bananas, this was a house plant that someone gave me, so it's only been in there a little while. These other ones have been in, again, I planted them about autumn or something last year, so they haven't been in that long. That one's got 2 babies on it, and the other one's got 1, so they're ladyfingers. Yeah. I do experiment, I have experimented a lot with, because the gardeners that I know said that you couldn't grow bananas here. That, so I...
Who told you that?
A lot of people actually. So I, and especially here they said it was too dry, you know, we don't have enough water, all of that sort of stuff, and bananas like a lot of water, but they've gone really well without being watered. There's another self-seeded tomato. Again, like I'm just learning. I mean, I let that tomato grow, but now I can't actually harvest any of the fruits in there without standing on the plants. I wanted to grow the sugar cane along with the bananas. This is all really new down here. But the bananas look like, to me, they look like they're loving it.
So they're taking off, you have to end up coming in back.
I've seen a lot of bananas that are just left to do their thing, and they're not. It seems to me that bananas are something that you need to, but maintain a little bit. Like you don't want them to just, you don't leave them to completely just bunch and bunch and bunch and bunch. What I got told was to keep one of each generation. So you've got that would be the mother tree. So that one's got 2 pups. So I'd remove one of those pups. That's what I've been told to do anyway. And I was also trying to follow that permaculture mindset of like the zones of 1, 2 and 3. But actually it doesn't. I've decided not to follow that. Oh well, the vegetable production near the house I think doesn't work for me because I've got the chickens near the house, and also the kids near the house, and they're pulling things out. So and it's also more of it just doesn't give as much sun. So this will be my good.
So here we're sort of northwest, are we, or west?
North up there.
North.
Yeah.
About right north.
Yeah, we're
straight up and down more or less. Okay.
Yeah. Which I think is why things actually do grow here. So I mean, I am still, I'm new to it and I'm still experimenting. But definitely the no dig system has worked really well. Yeah.
You just need to feed it again.
You just need to keep feeding it.
I think that's the trick, you know.
So you're just going to put more mulch on top? Or you're going to put
down here I'm going to put more mulch on the top over the around the tree area, and then I'll put probably about 8 raised beds going this way with a greenhouse at the end. And they won't be hugely raised, they'll probably just be there where it's drain, you know, the water issue, and I'm going to irrigate those. And I'm going to have dirt, like, well not dirt, I'm going to have like a mix of compost and other things in there, manure and compost.
you're going to layer it up, you know?
It's still going to be no dig, but it's going to be compost no dig, which I'll leave that for a while before I plant it out, rather than a mulch no dig. And because I'm not sure you heard what I was saying, but what I've been finding is that it's just a bit hard to harvest stuff the way that I'm growing at the moment, and I need to be able to, I actually quite like the idea of I quite like the idea of like a forager's garden where you just, you're hungry in the morning and you go out for breakfast and you just eat your way around the garden. But it's kind of not as practical when you're trying to get, kids off to school and you've got, just limited time. But this is the first bit of the garden that I did. So that was my first experiment, just down that little slope.
Oh, great.
And now it's got, I find this stuff really great.
What is it?
Ajuga.
Ajuga. Oh, yeah.
It's actually called fungal weed or something. Back in which I found. I thought I found that it grows quite well in the clay, and so when I plant it, and then Beautiful, yeah. And one, so this is kind of an example of what I'm growing. That's the clay, and also here you can see that's kind of what.
Yep.
That's where I've used it the longest down there, and you can see how it's pumped out.
Yeah.
And it's really, I've been able to build the mulch up probably an extra foot down there since putting the vetiver there. It does. So that is an old water tank, and that's filled with wood, shavings. My husband's a furniture maker, and King's Treforia mushroom spawn.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's one of my compost. So I'm putting the fresh sorter in there, and then I'm digging it out when it's composed down a little bit and putting it into the veggie bed. We had a whole lot about that size pop up, but the birds really loved them. So yeah, and I've just put some potatoes. Where I harvested the potatoes in December, and then I just put a few potatoes in the mushroom tank just to see if they would grow. So they're just a few random potatoes.
You're doing it well, yeah.
But that apple tree, I think, has got the same as what that's got down the front. Because I noticed that some of that tree was given to me, and I put it in again in autumn.
Do you know what it is?
No, this woman gave it to me, and she.
Got a name tag.
No, it's a little stocking. Someone who'd grown it from seeds. I'm not too sure what it was. But this is actually where I want to put in trees, fruit trees. So
But you're growing vegetables because the trees are different shaded.
No, so I want to move the vegetable production sort of more intensively down on that flat bit, and then I was thinking that this would be dwarf fruit trees that I prune and slightly. Well, the good thing is that the sun does seem to sort of go like this, so we don't things do get that sort of face it down. The garden that I took kind of inspiration from is a garden in Melbourne called the Plummery, and it's a woman who gardens on a very, very small scale. She uses a lot of really heavy pruning and espalier growing, and she grows companion planting in all of her beds, and she does like a very high output from a very small urban space. But yeah, I've been really surprised at how successful the vetiver grow does its job of retaining, but also how fast it grows, because I only cut that 2 weeks ago. It's on a lot of growth. Yeah. So.
What's the pipes here for? Are they drainage?
Yeah, they're gonna. I'm gonna be. You know that weirs, the clay pots that they fill with water. Those are just the pipes, but we've got a clay pan underneath because of the soil that we're growing on, and I did wonder. You can give me your feedback on this, but so I've just dug them in, and I'm filling them with things like comfrey and stuff, and just shoving them down so there is a bit of a bottom to them, and then just watering through there. I've only just started doing that. I'm trying to find ways that I can water without using like sprinklers and things like that. I was trying to get the water further. So I mean, I grow the comfrey in here, which I chop and then put on the garden bed, and then the vetiver sort of keeps the comfrey contained. And so far I haven't had any comfrey coming through into the veggie garden. So yeah, this is zucchini. So those zucchinis are sort of leafing. Tumours sort of taking over a bit. An unintentionally planted kumara here. I've got a big kumara bed down the front, and I had some kumara beds at the back, which the rats got into. And actually last year, the beds that I grew kumara in, which I did everything right, and I put mixed the sand in, and I did everything to textbook. And the rats got in and ate everything. And then the kumara that I grew in here actually grew really well. Just the stuff that I just let grow.